I've known for a very long time I'm a fusion between boy and girl. I'm just stressing about not being feminine enough.
Así en México somos muy machistas. No me dejes a mí ese paquete de decirles, oh, es que mi hijo es gay.
It'd be so much easier if I just accepted the identity that people saw me. Not having control over what your body is doing is really terrifying.
Good breath and then just speak.
My name.
Good.
I'm a trans woman now. So I just had my first shot of estrogen. The second that it was going in, I was just like, ooh, what's happening? Just had my second shot of estrogen. The medicine felt a lot less thick, but I definitely feel more sore.
I'm Jill Silverman. I'm an endocrinologist at Los Angeles Medical Center, Kaiser Permanente. An endocrinologist is a doctor who has subspecialty training in endocrinology, which is the study of hormones. Generally, we use estrogen when we're trying to have the hormones make female secondary sex characteristics. All of these physiologic changes that we see due to the hormonal therapy make a physical change that connects the patient along with their emotional and psychosocial changes that they're going through.
I was hoping for really noticeable face changes. I've noticed like some more like suppleness and like especially my skin is much softer and it's been super subtle. These are micro changes that are happening in your tissue. To track it obsessively is a little overwhelming.
So we just showed up at Ava and we're gonna be doing my facial hair removal today. I was just thinking about this earlier about how much stress my facial hair has been bringing me. I feel like it's the one thing that people can just look at and be like, oh, that's amazing. My face is a little shiny because I put some numbing cream on it to help a little bit with the pain. I think it's a little hard for me to see any of the changes because I'm really like living with myself and looking at myself in the mirror like every minute now. But like every day, like it's a very gradual changing process, and some of my friends have seen changes in my face and my body. Oh, I forgot my stress ball.
Do you want one?
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. Just gonna do a couple spots. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Do all the treatments hurt?
So you're feeling it more because your hairs are so coarse. The more coarse they are and the darker they are, the more energy is picked up. And then certain areas of the body are more sensitive than others. So, all right, that's it.
Yeah.
So you can always put ice on it if it's a little uncomfortable. I always tell people to treat it. Have you ever had a sunburn?
Yeah.
Treat it like a sunburn. So no real hot shower, no hot bath.
Oh, that was painful. Like, it just sucks how much pain women have to go through and trans women have to go through specifically, like to ascribe to these traditional models of femininity. This is like a long-term strategy. Like, despite the pain now, I don't have to shave as often. Eventually I won't have to shave at all. Power out to anyone who has to go through this. It's always the lighting that like either makes you look really good or really busted. I adore makeup. Makeup is a woman's armor. After experiencing masculinity and how much power there is in just that identity alone, and how much protection and safety there is, when I put my makeup on, it feels like war paint. It's also really messy in the sense that the vanity that it feeds into. Welcome to my room in Hollywood, California. I'm trying to be one of those classy Audrey Hepburn kind of ladies, but shopping for a body that hasn't come through yet, and kind of like a mind that doesn't know where I want to fall yet is a little hard. Growing up, clothes didn't mean that much to me. And then in high school, I started realizing it was more a form of a self-expression. In college, I was playing the game left and right. In the last couple of months, where I started wearing more feminine clothing, it's been really difficult to find things that I think speak to my style. For a lot of trans folks, clothes equates to safety. It means that you can navigate the world in a way that people will be like, yep, that person's a man or that person's a woman, you know? So this is my closet. This is a shirt that, like, whenever I would go out clubbing and trying to pick up guys, like, this is the shirt that I would choose, you know? I haven't actually worn it since I've started to transition, just because I connect it so much with, like, my masculine sexuality, you know? This one is one that I've worn before, and it's a dress that my mom got in Mexico, so it means quite a lot to me. I do have a couple of things that I'm ready to get rid of, so we can look at those. These are some Berkeley sweatpants, and as much as I love my school, I don't think I'm gonna rough them on my pants. Oh my god, these pants. They're so clunky and they have so many zippers. I wore them a couple times and I was like, yeah, this isn't gonna happen. So ready to get rid of that. Same with this blazer. I think this one is actually my aunt's. My aunt is a proud lesbian woman, but this was a very like work chic blazer kind of thing. I feel like it's time to get my own work clothes. Taking an inventory of what you already have and what you want can be really difficult and stressful. So for any trans kids out there, I guess I would say you'll find yourself seeing that, you know what, this isn't true to me anymore. And that's okay. It's just clothes. You can either give it away to a shelter or burn it. Don't burn it. That's bad for the environment. I'm finally ready to get rid of a lot of this just because it's this emotional and spiritual baggage that I'm not strong, willing, or able enough to carry anymore. Oh my god, hi! Nice to meet you.
I'm ready to help you find your new style.
Cute. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Should we go inside?
Yeah, let's go inside.
Cool.
So tell me a little bit about your style.
Yeah, totally. So
Overlaid.
I like loose fitting things,
totally.
but that still shows like my shape.
Like what colors do you prefer?
I think I like earth tones.
Earth
So
tones,
like
okay.
not so much graphic tees because that reminds me of what I wore when I was
Okay,
younger.
totally. I love it. Okay.
So-
Oh my god, it is. I have this exact same
Oh my
shirt.
god, that's so cute.
Right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then do you like dresses?
Yes, I love
Okay.
dresses. I like flowers.
You like
Oh,
that?
shit,
I
didn't
do
know.
like that actually. Okay, thank you. I'm like learning more about you. This is cute. I love that. Totally. Is that, do you like it?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, this
On
is
another
very
piece.
me. Yeah, that's cool.
I like this. Okay. What about this? Oh my god, and it's new.
That's really cute.
Spork. Is there a piece that you want to try on first? Like, just give me a piece and I'll work with it.
Let's do this one.
So we have a little dress. Let's try it with this. Oh my god, I love it. And it goes with the shoes and the necklace. Oh my god. Doesn't that look cute? I really like the jeans too. Love it. This one's my favorite so far. So cool. Oh my god, who is this? Okay, Ferb.
I am currently packing for my trip to DC and New York City. I'm very excited. And I'm realizing just how much femme clothes I have, which is pretty cool. So I'm a little upset today. I got misgendered like 5 times and my brain thought the best solution was to over-tweeze my eyebrows. So yeah. But I'm kind of getting really tired of having people he me, and I'm over it.
Andrea.
Hi.
It's so good to see you. You look terrific.
Thank you. 2 of my friends had gotten facial feminization surgery, and I was like terrified. One of them looks kind of similar, and then the other one looks completely different. She was telling me that you can actually do a lot of those feminizing procedures with
Non-invasively,
filler.
yes.
Could you tell me a little bit more about that?
We want to create something that's just for you, a more feminine version of your face. So as I look at the face, I'm going to divide the face into thirds. 1, 2, 3. So let's look at your brow here. Your forehead, there's a little bit of prominence here of this bone that's more masculine. So to make it a little bit more feminine, we'll put a little bit of filler right in this space here. And so here also a man's actual brow is flatter and straighter. And so for a woman, we want it elevated just a little bit like that. We're working on the middle third of the face now. And so in this area, you're a little bit flat. So we want this rounded, and then we'll bring your cheek out a little bit like this. Your chin and your jawline are beautiful, and that looks great. But if we just give you a little bit of volume out to the sides.
Wow, that's
So
a
it's
lot.
very, well, it's a lot, but it's very subtle. And you look just like yourself, but a feminine version, which is what we're going for here. It's very important to seek out a healthcare provider who's very well trained. If a person has a complication from the filler, it can be quite serious. And also, if a person has work done, you know, even if it's injectables that isn't quite right, it's very difficult. It's not impossible, but it's difficult to unwind.
I can really easily get swept up in glamour and what it means to be beautiful, or external validations, but like I rarely like remember the internal work that it took for me to get there. And I think one of the powers of femininity is like being able to self-reflect and self-identify and put your finger on it. The biggest common thread throughout my transition has been this doubt, which is sad because like I've talked to a lot of my trans girlfriends and like they're like, I was sure, I was positive, this is the right thing, and like I've gotten inklings of that, but like as you know me, I'm very like indecisive and I'm very like flippant and kind of like to jump around.